So you both mentioned Wesley as a advocate for the poor. Would you say that his priority was more for government programs to take control of that, or was that religious ideas, or was that more nonprofit work?
Yeah.
Well, it was primarily nonprofit. I would say there was there was a social net at this point. It wasn't very strong. It was very weak, but the nation did it as a Christian nation. But no, they would have never seen the role of government to have kind of social programming. I think that we would assume.
Yeah, I think that's right. In fact, one of the great tragedies of the Protestant Reformation, this is something that we Protestants didn't learn in Sunday school, but it was that in doing away with religious orders like the Franciscans, the Dominicans, and so forth, Northern Europe did away with social services, right? I mean, because the religious orders had been providing the hospitals, the hospices, medical care, care for the poor, and so forth, and they're left without significant services, and then they have to kind of begin building it back up. But as Ryan has said, it's very, very weak at this point. And I think what the Methodists are doing is not trying to say, here's what the government should do. It's saying, here's what we within our own societies are going to do. So, for example, they're going to encourage members of their societies to build their own businesses and to support them, and they're kind of building an alternative economy. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, I do want to add something about the monasteries.
Yeah.
You visit these ruins now, and of course it gets me all riled up to visit those ruins and think of the beautiful things that they tore down. Mm-hmm. At the same time, some social historians argue that had Britain not dismantled the control the monasteries had over land in England, and distributed that land amongst all kinds of people, Henry VIII used it to pay off people and get their favors, that a middle class might not have arisen in England because of the control that the monasteries had on land. So it's interesting, just to throw that out.
You're a lot more liberal than I am on that.
It's the first time you've ever called me liberal.